3 being the motherfucking building, you dig? I'm here with Live at 5, you dig? We about to do this little razzle dazzle. We in the building, money to the ceiling. If they try to stop them, that's when you gotta get them, you dig me?
Alright, man, you already know what it is. It's your boy D, aka Mr. Live at 5. You in Live at 5 Studios once again with another interview with two of San Antonio's finest, coming through making some moves. Let me get y'all to introduce yourself first to everybody. Whoever want to go first.
3V, it's your boy 3V in the building, you dig? The number and letter, Wavy Sounds, WAV3YSOUNDZ.com, you dig? You smell me? Producer extraordinaire in the building, and I got
Boy, City Touch Nicks, DJ Skins, all about the visuals and balance. Maintain focus on your main focus. Let's get it.
Alright, so to kick it off with, I guess we get a little bit of background on, I guess history of how y'all got into the entertainment business, rapping, producing, all that stuff, like where that passion come from.
Well, from day one, I say from 5-6 years old, you know, musically inclined. So, you know, started off singing as I was young, you know, me and all my brothers, and then focused on poetry, and then like right around 10-11 years old, I realized poetry and poems to a beat sounded like a song, you know. So then I got into it big pretty much that way, and been doing it ever since then. So, you know, developed a love and passion for it, you dig?
I feel that. For myself, I mean, I'm from up north. I'm from New York, so I'm originally at heart. I know how to b-boy. I know how to make beats. You know, so it was just in that era to do something like that. It was just born in me to always do it. Everybody I linked up with always was inclined to some type of music. You know, they had some type of skill that was natural. So it was like I just followed through with it. Started with the music and the beats, and now I'm doing the videos.
All right. 3.
What's the word?
How many projects you got out as far as, well, just music or anything that got to do with entertainment, art, whatever?
As far as music, you know, so music-wise, my first official barcode was in 2004, 2005. That was my first CD, and I was featured on there. And I've been featured on several CDs / mixtapes, but my first solo mixtape was in 2013, 2014, which is the Only Few Flow Fatal, and then I just dropped Only Few Flow Fatal Volume 2 a weekend ago. You know what I'm saying? So,
and if y'all ain't got that Flow Fatal 2, y'all missing out.
True.
Indeed.
I must say, man, and I'm a big supporter of people that's moving forward. If y'all don't know, 3 is my kinfolk, so he put me on some game as far as energy go, and man, this brother got some energy, like positive waves all throughout it, man. So if it ain't nothing positive coming this way, then y'all can keep that to yourself. As far as my brother go, what was your name again?
Nicks, you call me D. I don't even know yet. Like, what should I do about it?
I call him Nicks. I call him, you know, or DJ Nicks, DJ Skin.
DJ Skin, that's N-I-K-S, you know, spell it backwards is Skin, you know, so it's like everything should be custom and tailored, you know, to fit every character, every artist, every budget. We have certain packages. You know, we go from copper to sapphire. So it's one of them sapphire packages. It's definitely moving in the street. You definitely gotta keep your eyes open though.
Yeah. So as far as producing music and stuff, when did you actually, like, when was your first solid beat, or, you know?
Oh, that's on me?
Yeah.
Oh, on some G, on a PlayStation. I started off with the MTV Music Generator, man, and I found out that I could sample and snatch CDs and open the ROM out and just do what I do, and it was over from there. I mean, I couldn't get the 808s and the sounds like I wanted to, but the pattern, you know, just the whole language of music was accessible on a PlayStation level. So there's not really no excuse, you know what I'm saying? I create movies on my iPhone, you know, I make beats on my iPhone, you know, there's no excuse.
I seen the videos this man created on iPhone, and I'm telling you, man, it's A1. I'm thinking about tossing the Samsung in the river somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Just send me the hook.
Right.
So, where does the passion come from? Like, I know a lot of artists feel like they don't have to show up to certain events because they're not getting paid, but we all know that in life, sometimes you gotta do the free stuff first before you can actually work your way up.
Yeah, that's how you build your value.
You gotta build your resume up before you start asking for money. So, where does that drive come from, as far as like waking up and like, I'm doing music today, this is what I'm gonna do, or anything.
I think I can speak for both of us. It's like we have the same amount of children, about the same amount of age, and it's just on top of how we were built anyways and how we wire. We don't settle for we won't set ourselves up for failure.
Yeah.
And at times we do slip, we have them children to back up all the time. You know, now we got it, not times 1, times 2, it's times 3, so there's no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Because usually the most with talent, you know, have the most failure in life. You know? So it's one of them type deals. Children keep us afloat. You might have a different reason.
I agree with them. Children, it's having a love, man. It's like, you know, the thing is we're not chasing the money like majority of people are doing. They chase the money.
It'll follow.
You know what I'm saying? The money eventually chase you. So it's just the love we have for it. You know what I'm saying? And just the feeling you get of making a great film, a great song, a great production, producing anything in general.
Definitely.
The feeling of the product when it's done, the enjoyment and seeing how people respond to it. That's the hunger out of it. And you know what I'm saying? And the money, you know what I'm saying, like dope sell itself. You dig? So it's like, you know what I'm saying, the money eventually chase you, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, the love for it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like I said, that's pretty much what drives the passion.
Yeah, and I always say love is an action. It's an action word. So if you love music, your action should show that you love music. If you love acting, your action should show that you love acting.
It's a full-time job.
It's exactly. So I guess, do y'all have any advice to anybody that's trying to be a future producer or a rapper or just anything entrepreneur on the entrepreneur side? Do y'all have any suggestions, strategies, or anything like that?
I say whenever you attack the craft and you see something great from it, never forget how hard it was to start where it started from. You know, like great rice starts off with the boiling pot of water. You know, you just don't throw it on some coal.
Yeah.
You know, you got to appreciate how it started and never lose that focus. So we always go by, and City Touch does go by. We maintain focus on our
main focus.
That's how it is. Never forget where it started from. Never forget the value of it when it became. You know, because everything started from something, and it started from nothing. It was an idea.
Yeah.
So just respect that, and guaranteed everything will follow through. Don't knock the hustle, work with it.
And another thing, don't listen to what anybody says. Like, if you feel it, don't worry about what he says, she says, your loved ones, your spouses, this and that. Get tunnel vision on whatever you love, your passion, and don't listen, you know what I'm saying? Don't listen to what anybody says, and just follow your passion, you know what I mean? And everything else will fall in line accordingly. So that's it. All the upcoming producers, you know what I'm saying? And anybody that wants to get in any type of industry, don't listen to what anybody says around you. You know, if you go to sleep thinking about it, and you wake up thinking about it, get tunnel vision on it. You dig?
I always say, and I got this saying from Transformers actually, but it's very profound.
Yeah.
It says, no sacrifice, no victory. So those things that 3 just got through saying, sometimes you might have to sacrifice some time with the babies. You might have to say, hey, daddy's gotta do this. Or even with the woman, hey babe, you know, I know tonight we supposed to, but you know, if I want to be a premier DJ or a premier rapper, sometimes we got to put stuff on hold in order. And I think if you really love the thing that you want to do, that sacrifice is well worth it. Now, if you sacrificing for the wrong reasons, then that's a whole different subject. If you're not chasing, if you sacrificing and not chasing what you sacrificing for, you just.
But that's isn't that like the whole process of life is learning what we spending our time on?
Yeah.
You know, it's all about building that round ball of energy, that orb, that Goku orb, you know, that atmosphere. We still learn how to finesse that, you know, because we still trying to figure out what's the best energy for us by eliminating.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a process of elimination, you know, that's what we're learning.
Yeah.
You know? And some of us are just better than others, you know? We in this world, we may see billions of people, we may see hundreds of people, but at the end of the day, who's your friend? Who's there for you? Like you're there for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know, conversation with family. What's the word family mean to somebody that never done you dirty like your family? Don't consider me family. That's a gang member. Yeah. You told me your family just stole from you. I'm not your family. Yeah. I'm your alien brother, nigga.
That's true. That's very true.
I ain't your blood. No. They did you dirty one time. Don't categorize me. Yeah. Let's make something special and make it an event. Yeah. Make it eventful, right? Yeah. Let these festivities just pop.
So, my personal question is, can you explain to everybody what this beautiful object is behind you?
Well, first of all, that's a Ronin M. A lot of people just knew what it was. Probably Googled it real quick. But yeah, it's a Ronin M, the smaller brother of the Ronin. It's hooked up to an A73, Sony A73 is hooked up to it with the follow focus. Follow, how do you say? The follow focus, right? And it just stabilizes everything we got going on here. This big monitor is exactly that. You see what's going on, and it stabilizes our stuff. We render at 4K, sometimes 1080p, whatever we want to do. And it's not all about the equipment, it's about the time you put into it to learn. Yeah. You know? It's definitely a complicated piece of equipment once you don't respect its basis and what it's for. You know, if you don't respect it, it's all about balance. You know, so that's about it.
Yeah, man, I always seen them. People work with them, but I never actually seen it up close in person. So
there she goes.
Yeah, man, that's something that needs to be put into my arsenal.
She's out in Texas right now. You know, she just went to New York. You know, now we're down in San Antonio. We're gonna see what type of work she put in. She does well in Miami. You know, you know,
shout out to Miami.
Horse match and all that down there. Yeah, Manny Fresh and them kids. You know, keep doing your thing.
So, I got a question for you, Mr. New York City. How do you feel, or what's your take on? Because I know South and up north got a different type of vibe when it comes to music. Yeah. So, what's your take on as far as like what have you heard? And I'm just gonna say San Antonio right now, since we got a San Antonio artist here. Yeah. How do you feel about the music that's going around?
I mean, the music is, in San Antonio, I'm not too familiarized with the San Antonio sound, but from what I've heard from out here, and then, you know, the Texas itself, Trey, Zero, all these guys like that, doing that, that's a great sound of how they produced it, how they got it in. You know, the music that's going on actively right now, I agree with it to an extent of the hustle of what they put it into it, they're just making it happen. I understand that. But it's all about that content. I'm more about content, you know. I don't care how visual you are, but the content you're throwing behind, you know, it plays a transformation on everybody's life. You know? Yeah. You know, so it's like I agree with it. I'm here to make something different, something that I agree with, you know, that we agree with, so the world could agree with, you know.
So I take it you're not really a big fan of the mumble.
Well, no, not necessarily. I think the mumble starts in the studio and should end there. You know, you feel what I'm saying? You know, like don't take it. That's what I mean about taking away from the craft. You know, some people say it's mumble, some people say it's not. I think if I can't hear what you're saying and I have to keep rewinding it, it shouldn't be like that. Music is enjoyable. Yeah. You know, electronics could be a bitch. Pardon my French. You know, sometimes you just want to turn them on and they go. Yeah. Because they're spoiling us now. You know, people are just throwing on programs and Antares and making it sound like something when they didn't have that back in the days. No. You know, all them artists, you know, doing on 8 tracks, Michael Jackson, 5, and all the Temptation. They didn't have it like that. They were putting heart into it. You know, so that's what we're trying to do.
Maybe that's why music back then was more felt in powerful. The soul versus now. Now it's just like a thing. Like, you know,
it's more entertainment. People focus so much on entertaining than actually the message. Music had more of a message. Yeah. Music was more about a message back then. Now it's more of entertaining and just, you know, more of the beat and moving the crowd than, you know, you walking away from the song and learning something. Not necessarily learning
or
feeling. Yeah, it's just
rather than a reason to sit down and feel and something, you know,
and reflect.
Yeah, it's always just go party, go do this, steal that, and that's like really cool. You know, like to steal. So that means how'd you get all your work?
Right. Yeah.
You stole it from people. It
Jack boy.
Come but the human attention span is very limited. So we're here to make that visual happen, to take the how you say it? Take that visual from you. I don't even know how to say it.
All right, so 3,